So here we go again, another reminder that 2026 sovereignty is mostly a marketing slogan unless you actually build the infrastructure behind it. The U.S. told Anthropic to restrict access to its newest AI model for foreign nationals born, and boom, overnight Canadians were locked out. No debate, no warning, just a switch flipped somewhere in Washington. And honestly, Anthropic itself isn't the point. The point is how fast it happened and how powerless Canada was to stop it. Carney didn't mince words. He basically said, this is what dependency looks like. He framed it as a systematic risk, not a tech glitch. Not a, oh no, we lost access to a chatbot. But this is what happened when your entire digital future is built on someone else's infrastructure. And he's right. This wasn't a failure. It was a demonstration. Let's be real. Anthropic isn't some irreplaceable gift to humans. If it vanished tomorrow, the world keeps spinning. But the lesson is huge. The country controls the chips. The country controls the computer. The country controls the frontier model. And everyone else is downstream, hoping the tap stays open. This is the same thing I've been saying for months. If you don't own your stack, you don't own anything. Canada talks a big game about innovation, but the truth is, we rent our computers, we rent our cloud, we rent our AI, and we rent our digital identity system. And we rent our entire ecosystem from U.S. giants. That's not sovereignty, that's tenancy. And tenants don't get a vote when the landlord changes the rules. This is why you've been hammering the Linux angle. Yes, it is. And open source angle. The learning your own tools angle. Because dependency always comes at a price. Eventually, Carney isn't just reacting. He's been laying out the whole strategy. Canadian sovereignty, supercomputers by 2031, multilateral alliances for AI independence, boosting AI adoption from 12% to 60%, creating 250,000 AI-related jobs, reducing dependency on the U.S. tech and trade. He's basically saying we need our own stack or we're not a real digital nation. And this Anthropic moment just handed him the perfect example. Why individuals should care too? Well, this isn't just a government problem, it's a you problem, it's a me problem, and everyone who touches a device's problem. Because the same logic applies to the personal level. If you don't control your OS, you don't control your device. If you don't control your data, you don't control your identity. And if you don't control your tools, you don't control your work. If you don't control your own stack, you don't control the future. This is why switching to Linux, learning your own system, and understanding your own tech matters. Because it's trendy, not because it's trendy, because it's sovereign. Carney's warning isn't about Anthropic, it's about the world we're walking into. A world where countries and people who build their own stack will thrive. And the one who depends on someone else's infrastructure will always be one policy change away from losing access. Canada just got a preview of that future. And honestly, it's about time we start talking and taking it seriously. That's my rant. That's my ramble. Like, follow, and subscribe. We'll be back.